3. So I've been driving 6 hours and 4 minutes. That's including stops. I'm not sleepy yet. But the minute I get sleepy, I'll pull over and I'll look for the nearest room. People say there's nothing to do in Surin, and there actually is. There's lots of stuff to do. Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, let me turn this around. Look at that Buddha up there. I'm still in the province of Surin. I started out with, let's see, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3. So I've been driving 6 hours and 4 minutes. That's including stops. Now, my first drive and talk was a rant, so I'll think about it. And I'm definitely not gonna pass. What do we have here? We got cabbage, we got tomatoes, we got onions, we got chilies on the right. I'm thinking some papaya salad, baby. Pull them over. Hey, can you make me something real quick? Anyway, I'm out in the Tule Bengals. Like I said, I've been driving 6 hours. And I've got 7 hours and 10 minutes to go. So I'm obviously not going to stop here and get a room, because there's nothing here to stay at. And I'm not sleepy yet. But the minute I get sleepy, I'll pull over and I'll look for the nearest room. But anyway, so it's been an uneventful drive. It's a beautiful country, a lot of cattle, and all kinds of different fruit and things. But it's pretty. It's kind of hazy now because of the time, but it's not smoky, so that's good. I'll wait till I get below half a tank before I stop. I can actually make it home and still have about 70, maybe 80 kilometers left in my tank. But I don't like to run it that low. Just because bumpity. But like I said, it's been a good ride, good trip. Yeah, I mentioned in that other video that I might put up, but people say there's nothing to do in Surin, and there actually is. There's lots of stuff to do. It all depends on what you want to do, right? What your lifestyle is and that kind of thing. Because it is out, you go through a lot of country before you get to Surin. So either you're, holy crap, man, I almost want to turn around and look at those plants a little closer. Shit, they look like marijuana plants. But my eyes are, Anyway, So I just turned off a major kind of a highway, and now it's, you know, one lane each way. But what I got to look out for is guys walking their cows, you know, because it's that time of the day, so they may move them from one pasture to another, or from the pasture to home, or to their friend's pasture, or whatever. So, because I'm in farm country, and the GPS just said, object in road ahead, is it still there? And I'm looking, and I go, I don't see nothing. This is before I turned on this highway. And about a mile after I said, nope, there's nothing, it said, thank you for helping others. Full of shit, man. They had it coned off down to one lane, like right now, and a car had hit a concrete pole, and so the object in the road was the car, the power lines. So there's already a power crew there. They had the power lines propped up on a truck, so this little side road, so people could go on that side road. But then there was power lines all over the road, and a person. So, object in the road. Jesus. Yeah. So, wear your seatbelt. You know what I mean? I grew up in the time, a lot of you did, when seatbelt laws became a thing. They started coming out with seatbelts, and then, you know, lap belts first, and then they did the shoulder strap. It did different varieties, versions, and shit. Some they tried to do the automatic thing, but my parents were the type. My dad's, oh, screw that! I'm not gonna burn to death in the car. You know, I'm not gonna get trapped in the car and burned to death. What a bonehead. Yeah, you'd rather fly through the windshield, huh? Okay, good for you. You know, for many years, my seatbelt was my mom's arm, right? She'd say, hang on, and her arm would go out, right? Like as if that's gonna do anything. But that was protocol back then. So I'm always buckled up, man. My seatbelts have saved me big time. My airbags have too. You know, it just, shit happens, you know, when you drive. As long as I've been driving, you're bound to get hit. You're bound to hit somebody, you know. But anyway, so this is just a drive and talk. We're looking at the countryside. Looks like I have about 14 kilometers before I turn onto another highway. Hopefully it's a 4-laner, because the first one I did, I may not put up, because it was a rant, a serious one. A lot of F-bombs, that kind of thing. So I'll think about it. You know, just flat out, I'll think about it. Because I'm not angry, I'm not like having a hissy fit, but the rant sounds like it, because I actually listened to it here just a little bit ago, and I'm thinking, do I need to even put that up, you know? But some people are just fucking stupid, and they ask stupid questions, inappropriate questions that are really, frankly, none of their business. But for some reason, they think that, oh, because you're on YouTube, they have the right. Well, which they can. They can ask whatever the fuck they want. Doesn't mean I have to answer it. Doesn't mean I have to keep them I can delete them, block them, whatever. But I'm all about freedom of speech. So unless you say something bad about Thai people, the government, the monarchy, that kind of thing, say what you will. But it's don't start talking politics and religion, because I'll just dump it. I'll just delete the comment. I won't block you, but we don't. That just causes too much friction at Thanksgiving, for crying out loud, at America Thanksgiving, to have that crap going on. There's a lot of political channels that you can go and you can debate things with people, and that's great. More power to you. But that's not my agenda, my forte, nothing. Right now it's diarrhea of the mouth 101, right? I like showing the road, seeing some country. I can tell you what I'm seeing. I'll tell you what, I went through an area where there was probably, I didn't count them, okay, but there was at least 50, but I know there was more wind turbines, generators, right? Big. And I was looking at the little roads going off towards them, because not all of them were running, not all of them were spinning, but a bunch were. And I thought, man, that'd be cool to get underneath one of those. If you haven't been underneath one and looked up, and that 300-foot frickin' blade is whipping around, they make noise. And it's cool technology and all that stuff, but it's really just a pittance, maybe 10%. Google it. Look up the Thai government and Thai electrical, whatever it's called, and how does Thailand get its electricity? How do they generate their electricity? So look that up and it'll tell you. The government will tell you. 50 or 60% of it is LPG. Another chunk is hydroelectric power. Another chunk is oil. And then the last bit is solar and wind turbines. Okay, so the renewable stuff is a small fraction of the major thing. So if you drive an electric vehicle, hey, that's great. That's great, good for you. But you're still creating a carbon footprint. And the last article I read, it said, for a Tesla anyway, to break even on the carbon footprint of the manufacturing of that Tesla is 7 years. So you're still creating a carbon footprint, but you're making yourself feel good, okay? And that's good. You should feel good about yourself, okay? Feel warm and fuzzy, but you're still creating a fucking carbon footprint. Here's the stuff you gotta watch out for. Tractors and stuff, dogs. Seen some pretty big motorcycle groups today. Some Thai, some Frong. That's just cool. A lot of muck and a lot of cow turds in the road and stuff, so they're going to be moving cattle pretty soon. Anyhow, that's it for now. I got to slow down. There's that truck coming, and I'm coming up on a bike. And for a side road or a road that cuts between highways, it's not too bad. Right before I hit a big bump, I say that. But in about 6 kilometers, I'm turning somewhere. And I don't know. I'm not going to scroll my phone. Yes. I'm just going mountain drive. But we will talk to you later. Bye.